starts now.
Cleaning up Ohio waterways. A local company is admitting to thousands of Clean Water Act violations.
Well, this could mark a turning point in the efforts to restore the Lake Erie watershed. Restoring Ohio waterways is our big story today.
Campbell's Soup Company in Napoleon facing scrutiny about the amount it is discharging into the Maumee River. It is listed in a federal lawsuit.
Now, the group bringing the suit says the company's own data shows the extent of what they call improper discharge. I-Team reporter Sean Hegarty is live along the Maumee River this afternoon with that story. Sean?
Yeah, and Lake Erie's algal bloom has been part of the conversation for about a decade or so. Addressing the source has been a part that no one has quite really figured out, and Campbell Soup now may be a part of that. And that's part of the federal lawsuit that is working through the system right now, as we're getting a sense of how Campbell in Napoleon plays a role, the facility directly along the river there in Henry County. As part of a federal lawsuit filed by environmental groups, the Lake Erie Waterkeepers, and the United States government, new data is showing the extent to which Campbell's was improperly discharging wastewater. The company does have a permit to discharge, but through self-reporting, we now know that Campbell has had more than 5,000 instances of improper discharges, and that dates back to 2018. Environmental activists believe that Campbell's does play a role in contributing to the Lake Erie algal bloom by adding nutrients like phosphorus to the river as part of that wastewater discharge. Campbell's not the only contributor to the bloom. Municipal treatment plants, farming operations also playing a role, especially those large concentrated animal operations. Here's what Campbell had to say about what they do. Quote, "We have taken a number of steps to improve our operation and comply with environmental regulations. We have been a part of the Napoleon community since 1938. Our goal is to reach a settlement that serves the interests of the environment and the community where our employees live and work. Importantly, according to the company, the facility has had minimal, if any, adverse effects on the Maumee River or Lake Erie." Coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, we'll take a closer look at what they are allowed to be putting into the river and what some of those percentages look like, and other organizations that have those permits as well. Now back to you in the studio.
Sean Hegarty reporting live for us. Lake Erie's algal blooms are an annual threat to the health and drinking water of more than 11 million people. That is according to the Alliance for the Great Lakes. Here's the most recent update on this year's algal bloom. According to the National Centers for Coastal Ocean Science, the bloom is nearing its end for this year, stretching from Maumee Bar to Stony Point, Michigan. It also extends into the western basin toward West Sister Island. The bloom typically starts in July and then grows through the summer, and then as temperatures cool, the bloom decreases. According to experts, these blooms consist of blue-green algae, which are capable of producing toxins that are dangerous to people and animals. It also impacts communities and businesses that depend on the lake.
And some of those local communities and governments are also taking action to try to fix the issue. Back in May, Lucas County and the city of Toledo filed a joint federal lawsuit against the EPA. That lawsuit seeks more regulations of industrial livestock facilities and better tracking and measurements of the phosphorus runoff. Since Toledo's water crisis back in 2014, one farmer, that is, in Fulton County, says he's taken steps to reduce the amount of fertilizer runoff from his own farm. And he doesn't want the lawsuit to sway public opinion against farms.
Personally, we have filter strips along creeks to prevent runoff. You can only apply manure on a growing crop as far as in the wintertime.
I'm not worried about the number of cattle that are on a farm. I'm worried about what happens to what that cattle produces and where it goes.
Now, in response, a spokesperson for the U.S. EPA emailed 13 Action News saying the EPA received the lawsuit from the city of Toledo and is currently reviewing. Addressing the problem of algal blooms in the western basin of Lake Erie will take all of us. It will take unflagging commitment and resolve, and it will take time.
City leaders also taking action to restore the Maumee River. The multi-million-dollar restoration project involves the Clark and Delaware Horseshoe Islands near Walbridge Park. Clark and Delaware Horseshoe Islands now have a portion of their original footprints restored. The leaders of this project say it is an important piece of the puzzle when it comes to making significant water quality improvements. The goal is to filter out phosphorus and nutrients from the Maumee River before the water reaches Lake Erie. Project leaders are also hoping that this helps with the algal bloom.
But in addition to water quality benefits, the project also provides habitat for fish and bird populations, organisms that live on the bottom of the river, and it also provides a recreational benefit for people too.
Now, if you want to check it out, you can see this at Walbridge Park. The Ottawa National Wildlife Refuge and Department of Natural Resources are also hosting free guided kayak tours this weekend if you would like to get up close. The dates and times and a link to sign up are all on our website, 13abc.com.
Well, meanwhile, at the state level, the Ohio Department of Agriculture is taking some new steps to reduce nutrient runoff right here in our area. The agency received $1 million from the U.S. EPA to place conservation agronomists within agriculture retail operations in Northwest Ohio. So what this means is they're going to provide some one-on-one technical assistance, that is. They're going to facilitate some training events and also set up demonstrations and support what they call nutrient planning and BMP adoption. Now, the director of the agency says this funding allows us to increase our capacity and offer local, trusted advisors who farmers can turn to for assistance in implementing H2 Ohio conservation practices. By expanding our reach, we're supporting farmers on the ground, which will help protect Ohio's water quality for future generations.
Well, this is a developing story.